Welcome back everybody. Today I have more details on the Dark Below for you guys as we got our first in-game glimpse at the new armour, weapons, the new tower vendor Eris Morn, the Crota's End raid and more. Today I'll be breaking it down starting off with the new character Eris Morn. Eris will be the new vendor in the tower. She'll sell legendary gear including new emblems, shaders, class items, special upgrade materials and more, as well as new bounties. Her role in the Dark Below will be to tie each quest and strike together into the story of Crota, and to form a cohesive experience. She'll talk you through each quest and strike as you play through them. Speaking of quests, Bungie have said that the Dark Below missions will play out more like exotic bounties rather than regular missions, hence why they have been called quests instead. Eris will be located on the walkway just above the entrance to Tower North, which is the area where the speaker is located. In the Dark Below, we'll also see the return of sword combat, personally one of my favourite moments throughout Destiny's missions. It appears that the sword will spawn in the refinery where the Devil's Lair strike takes place, and you'll use it again in the Skywatch. The new areas that'll be opened up in this expansion are the Seraphim Vault, the Jovian Complex, and some new areas in the Hellmouth. There'll also be 3 new Crucible maps, Pantheon, Skyshock, and Cauldron. Pantheon is set in the Black Garden on Mars. It's a symmetrical map with 3 main paths running through the map. The callouts are Cliffside, Centre, and Waterfall. Skyshock is set in Old Russia on Earth, and is one of the larger maps with areas for both infantry and vehicular combat. Cauldron is a small map set in the Ocean of Storms on the Moon, and has easy to recognise callouts: Burn Room, Bridge Room, and Altar. Great for Rumble and Skirmish. In the Crota's End raid, you'll venture into the darkest depths of the Hellmouth and defeat a hive god, Crota, the son of Oryx. According to Bungie, Crota will take on multiple forms rather than just a hive knight. Judging from these few clips, it seems like first you'll have to form this walkway in order to jump into the Hellmouth. Once inside, you'll have to fight off hordes of hive before proceeding down into this seamlessly endless hallway. As you can see in this shot, there are 4 wizards surrounding Crota who appear to be different to the other wizards, and could possibly play a role in the fight leading up to Crota. Moving on, we get our first look at some of the new weapons. Firstly, I'll be going over some of the new exotics, starting with an exotic sniper rifle called No Land Beyond. Now this sniper is actually a primary weapon rather than a special weapon. The description reads, "Every hit blazes the path to our reclamation." The special perks are Mulligan, missing a shot has a chance to return ammo directly to the magazine, and the Master, increased precision damage, kills briefly increase damage against next target. The next weapon is an exotic rocket launcher called Dragon's Breath. The description reads, "Burn the world, burn it all." The special perks for this weapon are Tripod, this launcher's tube can hold 3 shells, and Pyromancer. Rounds fired from this weapon leave a solar flare upon detonation. The Pyromancer perk can really make this weapon useful for game modes like Control, and you can use it to cut off enemies. Next we have an exotic hunter helmet called the ATS-8 Arachnid. The description reads, "Advanced Tactical Sensorium. Induced hallucinations integrate broad spectrum targeting data." The special perks for this helmet are Light the Blade, causing damage with a grenade reduces your melee cooldown, Ashes to Asset, replenish super energy when you kill an enemy with a grenade, and Arachnid Sensorium, your golden gun zooms in for accuracy when zoomed. Now this helmet could be used with both subclasses, but that final perk, Arachnid Sensorium, really makes this helmet tailored more towards gunslingers. Next we have Claws of a Hamkara, a pair of exotic gauntlets for the Warlock. The description reads, "Look at all this life, O bearer mine, there is so much left to burn." The special perks are Special Weapon Loader, increases the reload speed of all special weapons, Snap Discharge, increases melee attack speed, and the Whispers, gain an additional charge for Scorch and Energy Drain. So these gauntlets could be used with both Voidwalker and Sunsinger. Then we have an exotic chess piece for the Warlock called Starfire Protocol. The description reads, 13.4 billion years ago, the first stars kindled out of the darkness, seeding the future for all life. The special perks for this chess piece are Fusion Rifle Ammo, increases the amount of fusion rifle ammo you can carry, Heavy Weapon Ammo, increases the amount of heavy weapon ammo you can carry, and Starfire Protocol, gain an additional fusion grenade. The additional fusion grenade and the additional heavy ammo really makes this useful for both PvE and PvP. Next, for the Titan, we have a pair of exotic gauntlets called Ruin Wings. The description reads, "In the garden grows a tree of silver wings. The leaves are ruin, the bark disaster. Of the seeds we do not speak." The special perks for these gauntlets are Special Weapon Loader, increases the reload speed of all special weapons. Impact Induction, causing damage with your melee reduces the grenade cooldown. And Seeds of Ruin, heavy ammo drops more often and contains more heavy ammo in each drop. I would say Ruin Wings would be more of a PvE piece of gear due to the extra heavy ammo, and I could see it being really useful for the raid. So those are the exotics we've seen so far. Next I'll be going over the raid weapons, starting with the Necrochasm. The Necrochasm is essentially the Dark Below's equivalent of the Vex Mythoclast. Its description reads, "Eternity is very close. Can you feel yourself slipping?" It's an interesting weapon. It doesn't start out as an exotic. It actually starts out as a common weapon, and with the Dark Below's new evolution mechanic, you'll be able to upgrade this weapon from a common item to an exotic item, using a material called the Crux of Crota. The Necrochasm goes through 3 stages. Firstly, it starts out as a common called the Husk of the Pit. Then it can be upgraded to a legendary where it becomes the Eidolon Ally. And finally it is upgraded to exotic status where it's called the Necrochasm. It is assumed that the new upgrade material Crux of Crota will be obtained through the hard mode raid, although it's not confirmed. The special perks for Necrochasm are Cursebringer, precision kills with this weapon frequently trigger a cursed thrall explosion, and Rangefinder. Aiming this weapon increases its effective range. Next we have Murmur. Murmur is another weapon that starts out as a rare weapon and can be upgraded to legendary. This legendary fusion rifle is unique because it can switch between arc and solar damage. The description reads, "There is strength in understanding duality. Be not behold to one path, but blaze your trail with fire and lightning." The special perks are Grenadier, kills with this weapon reduce the cooldown of your grenade, and knee pads, slide further while this weapon is equipped. As you can see in this shot, Murmur can be seen using solar damage, and in this next shot it can be seen using arc damage. Next we have the Song of Ire Ute. The description reads, "It is the Song of Endings." The special perks are Darkbreaker, projectiles will overpenetrate through Hive Knight walls of darkness. Grenadier, kills with this weapon reduce the cooldown of your grenade. And Hive Disruptor. This weapon deals bonus damage to stronger Hive enemies. Here we have the Hunger of Crota. The description reads, "Would you defy me? I am the Eater of Hope." Its special perks are Tracking, rockets create cluster bombs when they detonate, and Hive Disruptor. This weapon deals bonus damage to stronger Hive enemies. Next we have the Dark of the Abyss. In the dark beyond the Hellmouth there is a terrible need for light. The special perks are Hipfire, this weapon has bonus accuracy while firing from the hip. Rangefinder, aiming this weapon increases its effective range. And Hive Disruptor, this weapon deals bonus damage to stronger Hive enemies. Next we have Abyss Defiance, a legendary auto rifle. The description reads, "We will not go quietly." Now this weapon is the Dark Below equivalent of Atheon's Epilogue. This weapon actually has 4 special perks as opposed to the usual 2 or 3. Hipfire, this weapon has bonus accuracy while firing from the hip, and Focused Fire. When zoomed this weapon fires slower but causes additional damage. Lynchbane, projectiles have a chance to disorient Hive wizards. And Hive Disruptor. This weapon deals bonus damage to stronger Hive enemies. Next we have a legendary hand cannon called the Word of Crota. The description for this hand cannon is, "There was life, and he spoke unto it, and it was silent, and lived no more." The special perks are Zen Moment, causing damage with this weapon increases its stability. Crota's Pet, 3 rapid precision hits will return 1 round to the magazine. And Hive Disruptor. This weapon deals bonus damage to stronger Hive enemies. And finally Swordbreaker. If you're going to face down a knight with an Ascendant Blade, bring an Ascendant Gun. Its special perks are Lifestealer, 3 rapid kills in succession will heal a small amount and start shield regeneration. Final Round, the last round in a magazine deals bonus damage. And Hive Disruptor. This weapon oh, you know what this perk is by now. The final few weapons that were shown were just some legendary Vanguard weapons. Now the special perks for these following weapons are random, but you can expect to see the usual perks. Firstly, against all odds, threat assessment calculates your odds of survival are 3,721 to 1, unless you pull this trigger. One-way ticket 000, a vacation at the old 000, time on target, 3 rounds rapid, and coiled hiss, watch your step. So those are the weapons we've seen so far. There are more weapons to come, these are just the ones that we've seen in game. So I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you found it useful. I honestly can't wait for this expansion despite all the criticism it's been getting, especially the raid. I think the Vault of Glass is just one of the best parts about this game, and it's probably some of the most fun I've had in a while. So I can't wait to see what Bungie have done with Crota's End. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and until next time.